Hi everyone! So today I'm going to do quite a large makeup haul. I was in Melbourne recently and I went a little bit crazy, so who am I kidding, I'm crazy anyway. I got quite a lot of products while I was in Melbourne, mainly from Sephora and Mecca Maxima. So this video is going to be quite a long one, so I might just jump right into it. Also remember to subscribe before you leave. Let's go. We're going to start off with something really simple and small. Something that I don't really use ever. For probably the last year, I've only ever used the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow. While I was in Sephora, I decided to try out the brow definer. So it's just basically like your average eyebrow pencil. So at one end you'll have the spoolie, the little spoolie brush, and then at the other end it's obviously the pencil. But what I liked about this one is that it's got this triangle tip. You can do a fair bit of your brow with the chunky part, and then at the point of the triangle you can draw in the hairs really precisely and make them look more natural. So this was $38, but it is worth every penny. So I got a few different primers to try, starting with the Smashbox Photo Finish Pore Minimizing Primer. It's the primer in the purple tube. I have the original Smashbox primer, just the original like silicone one, but that one doesn't really obviously minimize pores, it's just a normal primer. So I thought I would give this one a go and see if it minimises pores. This particular primer is $57. So it better be bloody good because that's fucking expensive. Alright, so because I had already bought one primer, one full-size primer, I decided to get the other two primers that I got in the sample sizes, like the deluxe sample sizes, just in case I don't like them, I suppose. But I also picked up the Too Faced Hangover Primer. This is obviously just the small one. I didn't want to get the full-size one considering I was getting 3 different primers. So this one was $22 I believe, and it's about the same size as the regular Rimmel primers that you find in like the drugstore. So I would say that it's probably a pretty good price for that. And the last primer that I picked up was the Hourglass Mineral Veil Primer, or Veil Mineral Primer, whatever you want to call it. And I just got that in the small size as well. This one was $27 I think, so quite expensive, but the full size primer was I think $80 or something like that. Don't quote me on that, but pretty sure it was like $80, and I didn't really want to buy the full size just in case I don't like it. But yeah, so I'm interested to find out how these will work on my skin. Alright, so moving on to foundation. I only picked up one foundation while I was there, only because the foundations that I did want to get, they were out of stock in my shade. So I'll be obviously ordering those online as soon as they come back in stock. The one that I did manage to get in my shade was the Hourglass Vanish Stick Foundation. So many people swear by this for like basically like formal makeup, or if you're going to an event or anything like that, so I'm interested to give this a go. This was $67. It's got 7.2 grams apparently, so it's not a lot of product, but apparently you don't need much. We shall see when I try this one soon. So I didn't get any face powders. Actually I did get a face powder. What the hell am I talking about? Fucking retard. I picked up the Laura Mercier, whatever you want to call it. I don't exactly know how it's pronounced because so many people call it a different thing. But yeah, just the translucent powder that she has, that everybody raves about, and yeah, I'll see how that goes. Basically just a powder, but feels pretty nice. like when you rub it with your fingers, it feels pretty nice and soft, so I'm very interested to see what this does to my makeup. We'll move on to bronzes. I picked up the Marc Jacobs Omega bronzer, the limited edition one, the one that's like the coconut scent, and it's like, what's it called? It's called Tantastic. This one took a bit to find as well. I had to go to a couple of Sephora's in Melbourne to get this one because it was out of stock at most of them. The white Marc Jacobs one, the limited edition. This one's actually a lighter and less orange shade than the original Marc Jacobs bronzer. When I swatched this bronzer, I swatched it on my pale skin, and I also swatched it on a swatch of like a darker foundation that I would be wearing if I was tanned, and it works on both. It's very buildable, good for a lot of skin tones. So this retails for $72, so it's quite a high priced bronzer. The next bronzer that I picked up is a cult favourite from everybody on YouTube. You would have heard of this one everywhere. Most likely you already have this bronzer, and I'm pretty slow on the bandwagon, but I finally jumped on and picked up the NARS Laguna. When I swatched this one in store, I had to have it. Even though I already bought 2 other bronzers, I've got another one to show you. But even though I'd already bought 2 other bronzers, this one I had to have after swatching it on my hand, so I just cannot wait to use this one either. Everybody raves about it, and now I know why, because swatching it, not even putting it on my face yet, just swatching it was amazing, so totally worth it. So this bronzer retails for $58, and just from the swatch alone, I think this is so worth it. The last single bronzer that I got was the, what is this one called? The Hourglass Ambient, the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Bronzer in Luminous Bronze Light. This packaging is damn amazing. When you first open it, it's got a bit of a marble pattern on it, but I've swatched it, so I've swatched that away. But this is another amazing bronzer. This one is more of like a glowy bronzer though, so this is more of something that I would want to wear in summer with a nice tan and a nice glowy look, just so that you can have that nice golden bronze look on your face. One thing that I love about the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powders is that they all have this really fine shimmer to them. So it's like, it's not like a shimmery highlight, it's like, it's not like that shimmery glitter stuff you get in like highlights and it's like just metallic-y shimmery glitter stuff. It's just that really finely milled shimmer that's in the powder, and it just gives you that nice luminous shine. Oh, they're just beautiful. I can't remember how much this one was, but I reckon it was more like $70 or something like that. Pretty pricey, but I wanted it, so I got it. Another item that I finally jumped on the bandwagon with is the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. Contour palette, obviously, not the eyeshadow palette. I've got too many eyeshadow palettes, and I cannot wait to use this. I just like the fact that it has the contour and bronzing tones that will match so many different skin tones, and the same with the highlighting powders and setting powders. I just think this is a really universal palette, and it'll be good for me when I'm pale and tanned. This one retails for $65, but if you compare this one to the NYX contour palette, that's $40 from Target. This one is a better option, not only for the quality of the powder, but the packaging is way better quality as well, and you also get a mirror, and you're paying for Kat Von D as well, which we all know Kat Von D products are pretty damn good. I would recommend this. If you hear that, that's not me farting, by the way, that's just my chair. Alright, so now onto blush. I picked up the Hourglass Ambient Strobe Lighting Blush in Iridescent Flash. So this is the little packaging. I just love their little packaging, they're so cute. And once again, it's one of those marbly finishes, so I've swatched it so you can't really see that. But this one is a really beautiful pinky blush, and once again this has that really finely milled shimmer in it, so it's more for a luminous blush look. So these ones retail for $55, but they are so worth it. I will probably have to pick up a few more colours of these because they're so pretty. So again, another thing that I'm late jumping on the bandwagon with, but I finally picked them up, and that is the Too Faced Love Flush blushes. I don't know why I find it so hard to say blushes. But yeah, so I finally jumped on the bandwagon with these as well. I guess I never really bought them because I didn't know what colours to get, and considering that I was in a store where I could swatch them, I finally was able to find out which colours that I would actually want. So I purchased I Will Always Love You. This is a beautiful peachy shade with a bit of a shimmer through it. This one looks so pretty on the skin. I also picked up Baby Love, which is the more nudie colour. This is such a pretty blush. And last of all, I picked up How Deep Is Your Love, which is a nice beautiful pink shade. And I cannot wait to try these on my face as well. And I'm going to say that about everything. These ones retail for $37 each. And they are amazing. So now we'll move on to the highlighters. If you have been watching my channel for a while, or you watched my last beauty haul, then you probably know that I'm pretty obsessed with highlighters. So this won't be a surprise to you guys. First of all, I picked up the Hourglass Ambient Strobing Lighting Powder in Euphoric Strobe Light. This one is the most beautiful, subtle highlight. This one, if you don't like a subtle highlight, this one's not for you. As much as I like a blinding highlight, this highlight on the skin is just so beautiful. This one, once again, like I said with the bronzer and the blush, it has those little finely milled shimmer in it, and it's just so beautiful on the skin. This is literally in a whole world of its own on highlight as a highlighter. I have not tried a highlighter as beautiful as this one for a subtle highlight. And once again, $55 price tag on this one, but so beautiful and so worth it if you love the subtle highlights, or if you are into the extreme shimmery highlights and you want to try something that is as beautiful as those but so subtle and lovely on the skin. I recommend picking up this one. It is literally in a league of its own. I love it. Two highlighters that I've got won't be a surprise. Too Faced Love Light highlighters. I only got the two of them. I probably will end up getting the silver one as well. So I've got the rose gold one, which is the Ray of Light, and that one looks like this. So it's just a beautiful rose gold shade. And the other one is You Light Up My Life, which is the beautiful gold one. Now this one is a really intense gold, so if you don't have a really intense gold highlighter and you want one, this is beautiful. These retail for $44. The next product that I have is one of the Stila Magnificent Metals Glitter and Glow liquid eyeshadows. So that's these ones in these little, basically like a little lipstick, but it's an eyeshadow. These are absolutely beautiful. The colour that I picked up is Kitten Karma. This one was my absolute favourite. It just pops so much. If you can see that, look how amazing that looks. That is crazy. I could have literally bought every single colour of these, but by the time that I saw these ones in Sephora after buying everything else, was it Sephora or Mecca? I don't know. Which one? I don't care. But after I had finished buying everything else and I saw these on my way out, by then I just chose the most versatile colour for myself, but I will probably be buying all of the other colours of these in time because these are absolutely amazing. Look at that. It's so freaking shiny and so glittery. It's going to look so amazing on the eyes, and I cannot wait to show you this in a tutorial because this is amazing. These are $35. Alright, so moving on to lips. I didn't get a lot of lip products. I only picked up 3 lip glosses, and these are all Anastasia Beverly Hills. I've been quite a lip gloss fan lately. I mean, I still love my matte liquid lipsticks, but I've really been looking for really good glosses as well. And these were amazing when I swatched them. But when I got home I was really pissed because one of the shades I picked up was the wrong fucking shade. So when I went to that Sephora, the shades were a little bit muddled up, I suppose, because one of them had 2 of the butterscotch shades in like 2 different spots, and one clearly wasn't the right one. But so with this shade that I picked up, this one is the Neon Apple shade, but when I swatched this one, I didn't realise it until I got it home, but I had swatched the Runway Red, which is the glittery red lip gloss, and it was in the Neon Apple shade like spot. So when I purchased it, I just picked up the Neon Apple without looking at the bottom of the frickin' lipstick. So I picked up the wrong freaking lip gloss. But regardless to that, even though it pissed me off because these are $31 a lip gloss, this shade is still such a beautiful red lip gloss. It is seriously a beautiful bright red lip gloss, and even though it's not the shade I wanted, it's still a beautiful shade, and I'm quite happy that I have it. Just means that I have to go and buy the other one again. So next time I do an order, I'll be buying the other frickin' 10 shades that I loved. I just wanted to get a few of them to start with. I also picked up the shade Vintage, which is a beautiful nudie shade. And this one has the slightest little bit of shimmer in it. You won't be able to see it, but it has the slightest bit of shimmer. It's just a very nice, like, nudie shade. It's just perfect. The perfect nude shade, with that bit of a pinkish shade in it as well. And the last lip gloss that I got is actually one that James picked out for me. It's freaking amazing, and he is damn good at picking out shades. So it's another sort of pinky nude. It's this one here. It's more on the pink side. This one has a lot more of the shimmer in it. This one is called Metallic Rose. But yeah, this one's got more of the shimmer in it, which is the shimmer that I wanted in the red one. They are definitely worth the $31 price tag if you are willing to spend that, which I clearly am, and I'm going to buy more of these because I love them. Alright, so onto the last part of this video, which is the palettes that I picked up. So we're going to start with the Kat Von D Alchemist Holographic palette, which is the little triangle one. This palette is amazing. It's a very small palette, yes, but these colours are amazing. You wouldn't use them very, very often, but for that bit of a nice holographic colour in your look, it's freaking amazing. This is beautiful. This one retails for $50, but it's so worth it if you're after that holographic look. I joined the bandwagon again and picked up the Modern Renaissance palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills. This palette is freaking amazing. If you haven't seen it before, there it is. Whoops, I just dropped the brush. I've swatched these and the pigmentation is freaking amazing. if you are looking for a warm tone palette, this is worth the money. I'm pretty sure this retails for $75, but this is freaking amazing. You need this. You do need this. And I will probably be purchasing a backup because I know already that I'm going to go through this so quickly, because this is like my everyday beautiful warm tone shades. I'm jumping on the bandwagon with a lot of these products today, aren't I? But so with this product, basically when I saw this come out and everybody was raving about it and they were like, oh my god, this is so beautiful, this is so pigmented, the colours are amazing, oh, it smells so beautiful, I was just like, oh yeah, cool, awesome, looks great. Not interested in buying this palette at all. Oh my god. Even James said I had to have this palette after swatching it. And it is the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette. After me saying for so long that I was not going to buy this, and swatching it, I had to have it after swatching it. These colours are so pigmented after one quick little swipe, and the colours are perfect. Basically all of these shades here are all perfect, like neutral shades for every day. You've got a few pops of colour like the green and the purple and this like bluey black, but basically this palette is like an everyday staple. It is beautiful and I fucking love this. Plus the packaging's cute too, and it smells so good. It smells so much like peaches. It's amazing. And I freaking love peaches and it smells like peaches, so now it's making me fucking hungry. This retails for $70. I did pick up quite a few palettes while I was away. I've still got another 4 to go, so let's move on. So this palette is the Zoeva Cocoa Blend palette. I've been looking at this for ages and it is such a beautiful everyday palette as well. The pigmentation in this one is amazing too, and the colours are beautiful. You've got some warm tones in there, some cool tones, some shimmery and some matte. You've got your transition shades and the obviously like the pop of colour. It's a pretty freaking cool palette for everyday looks and even to spice up your night looks even. This retails for $38 and this is another recommendation if you wanted to get more of a high-end brand for an everyday makeup palette. Pick up one of these. I also picked up the Caramel Meringue or Caramel Melange, whatever you want to call it. Probably Caramel Meringue. And this one is more of the warm tones. So once again, you've got your mattes, your shimmers, the warm tones and that nice beautiful pop of orange in there. It's a perfect staple palette for someone who likes warm colours as well. And once again, I think this one was $39, not $38, but this one is beautiful as well. Yeah, Tartelette in Bloom palette. This one is yet another perfect staple everyday palette, perfect for travel as well. You've got your mattes, your shimmers and warm and cool tones. It is a perfect everyday and a travel palette. It's small, it's just the perfect travel size to take away and is probably what I will be taking to Thailand with me at the end of the year. When I was in store, when I swatched this one as well, just like what I thought about the Sweet Peach palette, I wasn't entirely interested in it just because, you know, I thought it's probably just going to be another basic palette, but the pigmentation of this is amazing. Just one quick little swipe and it is so pigmented. Definitely worth the money. This one was $69, I believe, but this one is amazing, and even James agrees that Tarte has the most amazing eyeshadow products. He was literally walking around swatching all of the Tarte palettes and saying, baby, you need to get this one, it's amazing. And last but not least, I finally picked up the Urban Decay electric palette. Not only does it have amazing, there goes the brush again. What is it with me and brushes falling out of palettes? Like, I just did that before. Not only is it amazingly colourful, but it is amazingly pigmented as well. Basically, me and James went straight to this palette and we both were just swatching it all over our hands, and we were so amazed with how pigmented and bright and beautiful this palette was, and all I could think of was how many amazing makeup looks that I could do with this. I'm going to be using this palette in a tutorial very soon, so keep an eye out for that one. And if you are looking for a bright coloured palette with a lot of pigment and some beautiful bright colours to go with any kind of look, I recommend this one. This one was $80 from Mecca Maxima, or you can just get it on Mecca's website. Beautiful palette. Okay guys, so that comes to the end of the video. It was a pretty long video, but you know, I went a little bit crazy. I bought a lot of makeup. If you have stuck around this long, then thank you for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up if you have liked this haul. Comment below if you would like to see any of these products in a tutorial anytime soon, any of these palettes. If you want me to do a full in-depth review with swatches or just a tutorial on any of these products, then remember to comment down below or make sure you like this video. And also please remember to subscribe as well. It's just that little red button down there. And yeah, I will see you in the next video. Bye guys. One was $22, I believe. Who the fuck is calling me in the middle of a fucking video? Where are you, Anastasia? Where are you? Where are you, my Anastasia Beverly Hills? Why are you calling me again? Oh my god. Stop interrupting my freaking videos. Rude.